Hey, right, we're filming. Well, welcome to another garage game between Aiden and myself. And we haven't played a game for a while because it's just been so busy and crazy and tiring from normal life. So we normally only play on Mondays. So Monday evening we have to, straight after our normal life work, go into game mode, which is not always easy. So, but yeah, so I'm glad we're having a game. Now we've got the new Trashers in their entirety, almost, versus Aiden's Valiants. So this will be an interesting matchup. So pretty much a full close attack force, always on the extremes of the factions, and it'll be interesting who, like, Valiants are normally like close attack, pretty close attack orientated, so it'll be very interesting how they go. Actually, I think Aiden's taken mostly a force of shooters, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, okay, so I'll just run through who I've taken. We're playing the first scenario in the rulebook, which is Quest for Energy. And so I've taken, there's a few Trashers unusually in a faction. I don't like to have models that are sort of like, almost like auto include, but I think with the Trashers you have a couple. So I've got Chopper. Mainly because he is really the long-range support option for the Trashers, with 3-range attack and importantly ground-to-air missile, which I might do something today if you use, because Dust Up has...
Dustwind.
Dustwind,
Yeah,
sorry.
Dust
I've got Dust Up, yes. Dustwind has air support rule. So targeting, it gives you targeting matrix and something else, can't remember. Yeah, ground air missile. So it's basically very good against anyone with the air support special rule, super ability. So got Chopper, Dust Up. Oh, there it is. It's been a long day. Dust Up is actually another model that I would consider pretty auto include in a Trash's 9 points, combat mace, combat shield, strategy rating 1, which is really important for a close attack force. So, and then I've got the Basher, which is actually a limited edition model from September. It was the first Trasher that came out in a limited edition, so I'm using him mainly because he's got 3 cubes and repair. Pretty cheap at 9 points. Dicer, he's my meat shield guy with 8 damage. Scrapper, which is a new one. They'll be released. Actually, they're supposed to be released yesterday. I forgot to put it on the website. They will be up on the website very soon. So Scrapper, combat shield, combat axe, 8 points, really cheap. But he's actually unusually for the Trashers got a single range attack at long range or 2 at close range. Face off, once again, pretty cheap. Got a ranged attack, got a shield, not a bad objective keeper. So, and finally Wrecker, which I actually think is one of the better Trashers. He's got three cubes, 12 points, so he's getting on the high side, but he's also got combat axe, combat shield, and regenerate. So pretty cool mid-range bot actually. 7 damage. So on the whole, Trashers have got a slight, like 1 point more damage than most other bots of their same size, but mainly because they just don't have any ranged attack. So Aiden, do you want to... Oh, and we've got Jenny. Now Jenny's a bit different. Like, I chose to make the Trashers companions sort of models. So I didn't think it was right that Trashers had what we call battery. If any of you have watched many of these, like, you'll hear Aiden and I reference things we call batteries, which are basically bots that supply energy to other bots and just sit on objectives, which, you know, it makes them useful. They have a use. But I didn't want to do that for trash because it didn't seem right that a close attack force would just have bots that just stood around. So we actually made the generator as models, but they can't move anywhere. They don't have any ranged attack, they don't have close attack. They do have shields, and they do have damage, and they do have a strategy rating. But the generators have loose circuits and scouts, so they can actually vibrate themselves to oblivion as they're trying to pump out the energy. But the trick is, like, it's a bit cheeky, right? When you get objectives, you can literally scout the generator straight onto the objective early on, and claim an objective early on for trashes with the generator, because it's as Aidan pointed out earlier, rightly so, that it's not insignificant. So it actually can claim objectives by being on the objective early on. So it's just a bit of a balancing factor for trashes in objective-based games. So yeah, Aidan, do you want to go over your forces, like how?
Yeah. Just one other thing with the just from a lore and fluff friendly perspective, that Jenny sitting on top of the energy pile may have been placed there previously, and the trashers have just come to check up on their reserves.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's another force there competing over the resources.
Yeah.
So in strategy rating order, I'm starting with Cadmia, who was the October exclusive model. So she's got 3 cubes and jetpack, which is potentially 3 activations a turn for her. Not bad for 12 points. Pretty standard stat line, a bit weak on close attack with only 1. Then we've got Apex. He was a model I've painted up for the November Painting Challenge. Now, his leaking lubricant special rule could be a game changer here, because anyone who activates after him that he's landed a hit on moves at half speed on their activations. And that's a good way to slow down some scary trasher pieces, so we can light them up before they get to us. If they do get to us, or he decides to countercharge, he also has a combat axe, so he can meet the trashers on an equal footing. Top Shot up next. Standard stat line, SR5, about as average as you come. He's a sharpshooter though, so... he can
Not that average with a sharpshooter.
Well, his stat line's about... It's pretty vanilla.
Yeah, it is.
Straight down the line. Hopefully he can use that to good effect to get a few pings on some trashers before they get close. Dustwind. Now, he's a bit of the wild card here because he's got quite low shields, and he does have air support because he's a triple changeling, so he's got ram attack and air support. So he is potentially vulnerable to the targeting matrix and sharpshooter that is granted by the ground-to-air missile. He does have iron skin to offset that somewhat, and I've left some cubes on him to boost any shields he needs, but he does activate earlier in turn than the big guy with ground-to-air, so hopefully he can hide himself, camp an energy, and act as a bit of a battery for me until it's time to strike. Angel from the starter set, she was another paint job for the challenge this month. She is another sharpshooter, slightly weaker than Top Shot for a similar stat line with 1 point less damage. And General Duke rounds it out, and this is the blue Studio Colours Duke I painted up for the November challenge as well. Now he's the big boy, he's going to activate last on a turn, he's got the most damage. He's got enough close combat and shields that he should be able to hold his own one-on-one with any trasher. And he's got 4 ranged attacks, so he can hopefully wreak some havoc while they try and close.
Right, okay. So, I guess we've all sort of deployed already. So we're actually ready to go into the first turn. So, I'm going to roll for my...
Some cubes.
Oh yeah, we better put some cubes on. Sorry, that was. I completely forgot about the most important part of the game.
Hey, I'm cool if you skip the power up phase.
I love it how you know my game better than me, Aiden.
Well, that's why I'm the rules guru.
Yeah, my only excuse is that I'm thinking about 25 different things. Have you put your cubes on already?
Yeah, I'm
so you did your cubes and didn't tell me earlier.
Hey, I left the cubes in front of you.
No. Thanks very
fault.
much, mate. Thanks very much. Like, under the bus, thrown.
I need every advantage I can get against these souped up trashes.
They're not souped up trashes. What are you talking about? I think it's actually going to be... Most trasher battles, I think, are going to be pretty hard. Unless you got a ton of extra...
Oh yeah, it's gonna
scenery.
Be a big scrap, but I think unless you're running up against factions that are built around having a lot of hard counters for them, like the Deceivers do, the Trashers are going to perform pretty well. But it's good that if you're not knowing what you're going to be coming up against on any particular game, you're going to be rolling the dice on whether or not you have an easy fight or a tough fight.
Yep. Still don't have enough cubes.
Greedy. We'll need a few extras as well because of the objectives we'll be securing.
Yep. What does Apex activate on?
3.
Okay.
Which makes his leaking lubricants pretty useful.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're good.
Alright, well that just means Anthony has to roll an attack die to see how much damage his Jenny's going to take.
Yes.
When he rolls a blank.
Yeah. No, we're good. Okay. So that's my strategy rating 1, Jenny, taken. So let's move along the line here. So for those who have watched a few of these videos, Aiden and I always arrange our cards in ascending strategy rating order. So when we actually go through, we just activate from left to right. It's just really simple. So, crazy. Okay, so Dust Up. Dust Up is going to... Does he move twice?
Okay, spoilers for anyone who doesn't know what Anthony's going to do. He's going to move forward and hug as much cover as he can.
Yeah, this is exactly right. This is exactly right. Although I don't want to hug too much.
This is your first time playing Trash.
This is my first time playing
Trashes.
Trashes.
No, sorry, second, because we had that one.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Okay, so I'm up to Strategy Man 3. You got some 2s there, mate?
Yeah, Cadmia's on a 2. Now, that guy you've moved up would get terrain because he's well and truly covered now. However, who's this gentleman?
Scrapper.
And this gentleman?
Wrecker.
Who doesn't have a combat shield?
Neither.
Neither have combat shields.
No, they both have.
Both. Damn!
You said who doesn't have one.
Yeah, alright. They're my clearest shots because...
It's almost like I deployed them like that. So the guys with the combat shields actually have a chance of saving.
That one?
Scrapper. Face Off.
Face Off.
He has a combat shield as well.
Yeah, I can see that. Are they all shield 3? I'd assume they are. Just trying to work out where I can actually...
Chopper's shield 4.
Yeah, well, I'm not shooting Chopper, am I? Fine. Face Off. Let's see if we can take his face off with a long-range shot, meaning I have rolled 1 less purple die than my ranged attack rating.
Yep. Who's shooting?
Cadmia.
Okay.
Cadmia, straight down the line.
Yep.
Rolling 5, and we're feeling fine. Ooh,
Oh.
That's 2 damage.
That's not pleasant. Green.
But this is what I'm going to have to do. I need to lay some hits in early. And we'll do it again.
Okay.
Because you can come to me. 4.
Stop rolling so high.
Oh, hey, you blocked that.
Yeah.
Now, Cadmia, because she has the jetpack, she can make a 3rd activation, paying costs, but it can only be used for movement.
That's correct.
So... might just leave her for now. Or do I bring her across around the side? Because I'm a bit worried about Chopper and I want to give him less things to shoot. So if I can hide my smaller, weaker bots, because having that jetpack means she can be really annoying, duck behind cover, and then next round pop out and put 2 shots into something.
Or pop out, shoot, and pop back.
Correct. But in general, you're not shooting.
That's why helicopters are so annoying, because they all have jetpack. They pop out, shoot, and pop back.
Alright, that's my 2s done.
Okay, so I got 3s.
I broke ties, so Apex on his 3 will go first.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm a bit worried about your Jenny. I think you may have put it too far forward.
Ah.
Because I'm thinking, from 7 inches forward, I might just have a...
Do I get terrain?
Yeah, you would on that shot.
Right.
So I might not shoot at it just yet.
Oh, why not?
Because you'll get terrain. But
when we say get terrain, whenever a model is like 50% or more obscured in Bot War, you actually get an additional black critical dice as a terrain dice to add to your shield dice. So it's pretty heavy duty, like getting terrain, so it's worth doing. So that black critical, you'll always get at least 1 shield save on it, so it's always worth trying to use the terrain as much as you can.
Now moving forward though has given me a nice clear shot on face off again.
Yep.
Trying to focus my fire, give you a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can manage to get 1 point of damage through with this...
Rolling quite well.
Nope, no damage.
No damage.
That's unfortunate.
Good old combat shield saves the day.
I'm on 5.
Okay, so we've got Basher. Now you've already activated a few people.
2.
Haven't you? Yeah, 2. No, 3.
No, 2.
Oh.
Cadmia and Apex.
Okay. So I think Basher's probably just gonna move up. He's gonna move up twice there.
When you're putting your lists together, that strategy rating is something that is easy to overlook, but if you don't manage what strategy ratings you have in your force, you can end up in a position where you could have everything go before the other guy, meaning you might have the jump on them, but then they get to rip you apart with no response towards the end.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, depending on how you build out. If you build to the middle and they're on both ends, then they start first, finish last, then start first again. You can end up in a bad spot that way.
Yep. So I've moved Basher up, but I've got 4s now.
Yeah, mine's a 5.
Excellent. So Dicer, good old Dicer. Dicer's going to move up twice as well, but he's going to move his full 14 if he can, right up to here.
Meat shielding it.
Meat shielding it. And come up to 6, so you got some 5s there, mate?
Yeah, so Top Shot and Dustwind will get to go before you do. Now, you have given Top Shot a really nice, obvious target there, since you're on an energy, an objective point. And I've got Sharpshooter, which will give me 1 reroll per round. So we'll take a nice long range shot.
Okay, so I'm going to boost that dice.
Boost that dice up.
I'm boosting that dice. Lucky I boosted because I've got.
But lucky you rolled before I said I was going to reroll one of those for Sharpshooter.
You can reroll. Oh, it takes 1 point of damage. There we go.
And we'll do it a second time.
I will boost again.
I see where you put all your energy cubes. Now, before you roll...
Okay, you're going to re-roll one of those?
Duke has Inspiring Presence. So one model within line of sight of him gets 1 reroll per turn.
Okay.
Oh.
Fine.
Close.
Fine.
Close. Dustwind's up next.
What's his strategy rating?
6.
Okay, great.
So I've gone for a fairly even spread, and for a Trash's lineup, so's Anthony, because usually it's pretty heavily skewed to the front end.
Yeah.
So Dustwind's just going to move up twice, secure a objective.
Any other sixes?
No, I'm on to a 7 now with
Okay,
Angel.
great. So face off is actually going to. What's he going to do? He's actually going to. Did he move once and have a pot shot? He's going to move twice. Move twice up to here. These 2 cubes. Oh, sorry, and Scrapper. Scrapper's also going to move twice. To here.
Now, we didn't discuss this before the match, but what's the movement on these? Is it just straight move?
Yeah, the level 1 is just straight up there, but the others are impassable, I would say.
Yep, cool.
Okay, I'm up to 7s, mate.
So Angel will kick off with her 7. And I think that Meat Shield's used up all his extra dice now, extra cubes for boosts. So Angel will take a sharp shot. Reroll. Yeah.
Would you like to re-roll one of them, mate?
Why not? We'll make you work for it. Don't
I won't even bother rolling.
Good thing she's got a second shot
Okay.
to redeem herself with.
You going to re-roll? Oh, you can't re-roll them. And you...
She does 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage.
Chip damage.
Chip
That's all
damage,
we
that's
need.
right, yep.
If only we had blast, looking at that nice gradation. So I'm up to 10, so your last 2 will get to play first.
Right, okay, so we've got Wrecker. I'm expecting big things of Wrecker. Expecting big things. So let's... Who you left to activate? Just Duke.
Duke. And he does have a straight line of sight on Basher, so if you want him to shoot someone different...
Yeah, no, that's okay. So I'm just wondering if we... I think if I run to there, I think we'll be okay. Because Duke will at least have to move, I believe.
Well, he's just going to shoot Basher in the face twice.
Yeah, that's fine.
You say that.
And we've still got 7s to go.
Yep.
So...
Far out, you've got a lot of cubes.
Yep, so we're going to move... I think we're going to move... If I move... Actually, I don't have to move to whack Angel. So we're going to shoot at Angel twice, straight from where I am.
Well, that's just me.
I can't remember. It's still 2 dice, I believe, against anyone, and not an air warrior.
Yeah, it's just standard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 shots. 2.
Ooh,
chips went off.
Ooh, I was worried about that.
And we're going to do it again.
I should have saved the Duke reroll.
Oh, just 1. Ooh.
Oh. So I was rolling good on attack, but defense is not.
Defense is letting down. Okay.
Alright, so now
Duke.
The obvious target's Basher because he stuck his head out. He does have a cube left for 1 boost, so I'm assuming that's going to happen on his first shot.
Yep.
Since I'm rolling 3 purple dice at long range.
Yep.
And take 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. We knew there would be some casualties. This is how Trashers roll.
Well, you'll be rolling 1 less red now. You can't boost it.
Just drop that red. Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
And another point.
Takes a point. That's all right. We've got 4 left. We're okay.
I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping for a bit more.
Yeah, well, it's long range, remember? It's long range.
But his long range is most bots' short range.
That's true.
Alright, well, that's the round. We go to the start, we check
So we've got 1, 2 here. 2 victory points for me.
To my 1, and that'll give Ant 2 extra cubes next round, and me 1.
Is there any... If you've got a cube there?
There's just there.
Yep. Okay, so reset the cube. Interesting.
Can you
I don't know...
toss me another cube?
Yeah, mate. I'm watching a few of the other televised games. It's interesting how much carnage happens very early on. I've never found that happens with us. Like, it always starts off quite slow until you get within the 10 inches of where bot war just starts to go off.
Yeah, it gets messy then.
And then it gets quite messy quite quickly. Who's got repair? Oh, Basher.
Snake him out, okay.
And who's got... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I probably should have thought about putting Basher running with Dicer. Because Basher's got repair. See, these are the things that I just don't think about on a Monday afternoon after work. Okay. We've got a lot of cubes.
Okay.
We've got a lot of cubes, mate.
Well, you do. So how many points of damage does the generator have? It's only like
3.
4. 3, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought it was 4.
No.
All right.
I think we're okay now.
I should have risked it. Would have been the extra black die, but if I got the damage through, that would have been 3 less cubes for you.
Okay. So, Jenny, loose circuits. Nope, 2.
Ooh.
Dust up. Come on, dust up. You know what, dust up? I think you can just run twice, mate. Because I think you're going to actually make it out. And up to that. There. Which is nice. And I'm up to 3s, mate. So you got the Cadmia.
Yeah, Cadmia and Apex. Okay. I feel like Basher needs to go down before he can use any of his regenerate. So, long range shot from Cadmia.
He doesn't have generate, he's got repair.
Oh, he's repair, sorry.
Yeah, Brecker's got regenerate.
Oh, well, before he can help any of his mates, let's drop him. So, are you going to boost on
Yeah,
Basher?
I'll boost that. I'll boost Basher.
Yes, use all your boosts now.
Yep, we're good. On 4.
And we'll do it again.
And I'll boost again.
Ooh, not many activations for Basher.
Hey, we're good.
So even though I'm not taking any damage off of him, taking away those cubes means he's not moving as far or as fast.
Mm-hmm.
You get terrain there. I've got a straight shot on... Who's this one?
Face off.
Face off! He keeps putting himself in precarious positions. Well,
Who's shooting at face off?
Apex.
I'm going to boost.
You could just take the leaking lubricants.
No. He's going to take the leaking lubricants.
Ooh, so 1 point of damage through, and face off moves at half speed.
Yep.
That's good to know. I'm feeling cocky now because what you just rolled then would be what the Jenny had rolled with the terrain. It could be worth starting to get some chip damage onto that Jenny because the moment you lose 3 cubes, it's going to slow you down a bit.
It will, yes.
And if I do that, the Jenny won't be able to move at full speed. Or I could try the same with Basher, but he'll get the terrain die, which is effectively the same as what you just rolled there. We'll try the Jenny, see if we can chip it down.
We got terrain dice on Jenny?
Sure do.
Okay. Ah, loving it.
Not today.
Not today.
I'm up to 5.
Right. Oh, Basher. Well done, mate. So we're going to run forward with Basher. So
Run away!
we can get up there. We can get up there behind. Now I'm up to 4s. You got any? I don't think you had any 4s. I think I can activate. Is that right?
No, my next's the 5.
Okay, so I'm going to. Do I run? Yeah, you know what? I'm only going to run 7 with Dicer. I reckon.
Yeah,
Put Dicer over here. So he's going to go that way.
just out of interest, he's inside the danger zone now with the ram attack.
Yeah, we know.
Well, it's more for my thoughts about pulling Apex back a couple of inches before he shoots you. Because I could foolishly charge Apex down there and watch him die on the counter attack.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm up to 6s, mate. So you've got
so top shot
top
and
shot.
Dustwind. Alright, well you've moved Dicer out of the way, which means Top Shot's got a straight shot on this gentleman here.
Scrapper. Yep.
And you can't say no to that.
Mhm.
So, 2 purples.
Yep. I will boost. Oh, sorry. He's got a combat shield.
Yay!
Takes 2 damage. If only I could roll average. Here we go.
And yeah, well we can't say no to that. Let's go again.
Hang on. We might
Oh, go for it.
boost again. Oops.
And
Yeah,
that does enough.
we're good.
Just. But yeah, at this point, if I'm taking cubes off models that haven't moved yet, and it means they only get to activate once on a turn, that's still a win for me, even if I don't damage them. Because once these guys get in close, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, big trouble if they get in close.
Well, that's the hope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So who is this gentleman?
That's Wrecker.
Wrecker has put himself out in the open for Dustwind to blast.
Okay.
But I just
Am I going to get terrain there or not? No?
Not for him.
Okay.
I just need to have a look and see how far 17 inches is, because they go 7 by default, so a ram attack plus a move would close the distance, and it's putting me in the danger zone. So at the moment Dustwind's in the danger zone when it comes to Basher, because Basher could see him and could make that move. So I might have to shoot with Dustwind and then reposition for his own safety. Yeah, so long range shot, the classic 2 purple dice.
Who's this at?
That one.
Oh, at Wrecker?
Wrecker.
I will boost that for Wrecker.
That's
So
a
that
lot
would
of cubes.
be 3 and 8. Yep, we're good.
Now Wrecker's not activated yet, but I'm thinking he's outside of that 17 inches. So straight line is just outside of it, and you'd have to go around the bends to get to me anyway. So that's something something we've never really discussed on camera. When you're drawing line of sight, you need to be able to see the model to target it.
That's correct. Line of
To
sight's very important.
To move into base to base.
Yep.
But then if there is obstructing terrain, you would need to be able to navigate that.
Yep.
Now I do want Dustwind in a safer spot, but I don't want him poking his head out where it can get shot off from Chopper. Right. But I don't want to take him off the objective either. We might just reposition around to the other side of that butte. I'd assume that's what you call that
So what am I up to? 6s?
Yeah, I'm on 7s now.
Okay, so we're going to have to run with Scrapper. He is going to have to run. He's only had... Actually, you know what? I'm going to have a pot shot back at Top Shot. With
Pot
my
shot,
one
top
dice.
shot.
Let's do that.
Not a pot shot, a top shot.
2 shots. Yeah, we're good.
And I've always
And
got that inspiring presence reroll
now,
in the hole.
It's going to use 1 extra cube to move him, right?
Well, if you're moving him 7 inches. it'll
Yeah,
take-
but I'm not going to. I'm going to shoot at Apex twice. So
Logical.
here's my 1 ranged attack shot.
Ooh, a 3.
3, nice.
You're in danger. Good thing I've got line of sight on the Duke.
Oh, takes a damage.
And we'll use the inspiring presence to re-roll one of these to
Yep.
not take a damage.
Okay, and again. 1.
I
Okay.
was worried I was going to take a damage on that.
Okay. Sweet. I'm up to 7s now.
So Angel. Okay, so straight shot on
Scrapper.
Scrapper.
Yep.
Alright, so no, so second go round. Oh, even worse than the first.
Good old combat shields.
And I'm down the Duke, so do what you have to
7s.
do.
Okay. I think we're gonna have to blast this guy. So if I move to here, I'm gonna be able to see old mate.
Surely I'll get terrain on that.
Well, I'll let you be the judge actually. So he's gonna move across to here. You come and have a look. Tell me what you reckon.
So what's the rules for terrain, Anthony? How much needs to be visible?
50%.
I'm thinking you got about a quarter.
Really? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so you get your terrain dice. But I'm gonna shoot in a boost.
Well, and also we are looking at using your targeting matrix and sharpshooter, so that's why he can boost, even though it's over 10 inches.
Yeah, that's right. The only reason I can boost is because targeting matrix makes it short range.
I shall boost my defense. I did leave a cube on Dustwind for this eventuality.
Okay.
So 3 reds and a terrain, because he only has 2 shield dice. He's a bit...
Why have I got a black here?
But I do get to re-roll one of these shield dice because of Iron Skin. And this is a ranged attack.
I think that's right, isn't it? I should have just 4 ranged attack. Shoot the
yes, yeah. Ooh,
Do we
9.
sharpshooter this?
You
do we
could get
sharpshooter
better than a
this?
1.
I think we may as well, eh? No. 9's pretty good though.
There's a good chance I'm going to get crunched here, and I may need to use this Iron Skin. Yeah, I need to use that Iron Skin. I think that's
Yeah, re-roll the black one.
Yeah, but that can get to a 2.
You can't re-roll a black, can you?
I can re-roll 1 die.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough.
And this can't be worse.
Yeah, that's true.
There's 2 3 faces, 2 2 faces.
Yeah, you're right. It can't be worse.
The fact that you're agreeing with me bothers me.
No, it's true. It's true.
See,
It's actually
the
better
moment
to re-roll the black because you get 1 more. You could get 2 more.
Okay, for those viewing at home, I agree with Anthony, but the fact that he agreed with me has made me second guess my decision.
Yeah, you should. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Probability wise,
I wouldn't do
there's a 66% chance the black dice will roll better than I had. 1 better. Okay, so I block 4, meaning I take 5.
Blam!
Oh, crunch.
That'll learn you for being an air support.
It will. Dust wins. He's, yeah.
Okay.
1 more breath on him and it'll drop him.
Now, Rekka, what are you going to do, mate? What are you going to do, Rekka?
Fall over. You could come up and secure this point.
Yeah, but then Duke will shoot me.
There's a good chance he'll shoot you anyway.
But I do believe that it's worth Rekka actually moving twice.
Now, where would that move twice take me? No, I actually think maybe here.
Well, unless you poke your head out, Chopper's probably getting shot twice from Duke. Because I can see you from the knees up.
Chopper. Oh, yeah.
And that's the only thing Duke can see without moving.
Okay, way you go, Duke.
Now, because his bottom of his legs are so fat, does that constitute 50%?
So we're factoring weight distributions in now.
Yeah, that's right.
See, it's getting dangerous because we're now got a couple of models within range where for 2 activations they could get into close combat. But that's not going to help you unless you can actually swing after you've moved into base-to-base contact. Alright. So, yeah, Duke will take a pair of long-range shots at Chopper.
Yep.
See what we can do about that. See if we can chip down your big guy. Oh! Not with that roll.
Not with that roll.
With any other attack roll, your defence would have been beautiful for me then. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Whiff!
Duke. He's got a souped-up water pistol there.
He should probably be rolling 5 or 6 on average on those dice, and I rolled 2 on both.
So you get 1. Actually, that's removed, isn't it? Because you had that last time. That one
no,
victory
that's
point.
the second scenario. This scenario, they stay. And
No,
can camp
the red
point.
ones stay, don't they? Because I took mine away.
Start turn to turn. Blah blah blah. Add 1 cube. No. You've got your scenarios muddled up, mate.
Oh, so they stay?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I walked off a objective.
If only you knew the rules.
Yeah, if only I knew my own rules.
Who wrote this?
I've got a memory like a sieve.
But you're still 1 point up on me.
Yep.
Controlling the 1.
Because I got 1 here.
Yeah. So my VPs go to 2, Anthony's go to 3. So we'll play until one side's wiped out, or at the end of turn 8, whoever has the higher VP count is going to be the winner. Camping those VPs can win you the game if you're the weaker side from attrition. But against trashers, I don't want to move into the middle to secure points because it's pretty suicidal.
Don't have enough cubes.
Oh no, what a problem. You'd still have to read that.
Hang on a minute. Oh, yeah, I got 2 on that. Okay. I think I'm okay.
I'm not 100% on mine just yet. Now, you didn't move with that fella because he just shot back at Apex, so I can just play the pinning game on him.
Hang on 1 sec. Hang on, I need more cubes.
Yeah, we all need more cubes, but if we can't generate them...
Move across there. He's that. I think that's all the cubes I have. Okay, I think I'm okay. Actually, do I need that? I don't think I need that this turn. Maybe I do. Or maybe I don't.
I'm really feeling it from not being able to drop that Jenny early, because if I could, it'd suck cubes out of Anthony's force, which he's been using to boost shields each round. He's basically got 3 free shield boosts that he's playing with.
Yeah, and I'm not sure it's enough.
And that's a lot of cubes on Dicer. It's almost like you expect he's about to get shot a few times.
Okay, let's go. So, dust up.
Let's see if the Jenny takes any damage.
Oh, yep. Jenny.
Blank! No, not blank.
Okay, right. Let's see if this is still rolling, actually. Oh yeah, we're still rolling. People have probably lost half our viewers. Okay, so...
If you're still watching at this point, put a comment on.
Yeah, put a bloody comment on. Let's have a look here. What have we got to do? We've got to do something.
Stand in the open and get shot.
Well, that was a couple of plans.
Gets my vote.
Yeah, that was a couple of plans. I've just got to have a look over here. I'm already winning on VPs.
Yeah, you should camp someone on here and pull someone back, and then you'll get 3.
Yeah, should.
It'll make up for that Jenny you're about to lose.
I'm sort of okay over there. I actually think that Dust Up can probably... I don't know whether he has to do much, to be honest. He's going to move slightly. Right?
Well, yeah, he's got enough cubes. He could camp that point.
He's going to move slightly.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Is he going to go within 2? I don't think he can. The only one I really care about is Duke there.
I'm pretty sure you're giving me more than 50% of him if you bring him out too far, mate.
To Duke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Duke's pretty high. He's looking down over the top.
Okay. Maybe we don't move him at all. Maybe we just keep him there.
The strategic game of cat and mouse.
Yeah, maybe we just keep him there. He's not within 10 inches, so he can't actually shoot. So we'll just stay there. I might move out just very slightly so you can see his head. So I will move.
Yeah.
So he can see anyone trying to, I guess... I haven't got 50% of him out, have I?
Not for Duke.
Maybe top.
Not for Angel.
Okay. Sweet.
Not top shot.
Okay, so he's moved. He's not going to do anything else. I'm up to 3s, mate. So Cadmia.
A bit worried about old Dicer there. What's Dicer's SR?
4.
So he's going to be moving pretty soon. So I'm going to jetpack
Mm-hmm.
to definitely not be within 10 inches of him, because that would be a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
But to where I have a nice clear shot. And we'll pour some fire into him, hopefully eat up some of your cubes, because I'm not expecting too much damage.
Mm-hmm. What are you rolling?
Just 2.
Just 2?
Still over 10 inches.
I'll be okay with that in the first one, I think.
Just. And the second one? Just. That's irritating. He's living on the edge, but Apex is up now.
I feel the power!
Oh. It'd almost be worth moving within 10 inches just so Apex could apply the leaking lubricants. But I'm a coward, so we'll just
I'll
try
boost
some
this
long range ones. Yeah, this is the shots you didn't want to take.
So what have we got? 4. Yep.
Oh, good boost, good boost. Are you going to boost the second time?
How
I
far
only rolled
away
a 1.
is he?
13.
Yeah.
14 if you're factoring the height.
Are we factoring in height?
Oh, I was asking the question.
Okay.
If we are, that's
Yeah,
an
okay.
inch.
Yep.
So you boosted?
Yep.
Right, just slow down on your roll because I may use Inspiring Presence.
It's with what's the...
Line of sight.
Ah.
Pretty clear line of sight. Oh, no, I won't. I'll save it for the clutch rock.
We're
Oh, just out of interest. I should have.
So my 4s?
Yep.
My 3s? My 3s?
Your 3s and 4s?
Yep. Great.
So Bash is going to move twice over to there. 14. Squeeze him behind there. And Dice is going to move twice into base to base with old mate.
Ooh.